everybody, and welcome. My name is Marion, the Inappropriate Artist, and I'm here to welcome you to my first series of videos called How to Kill a Painting. Maybe. So, in this next series of videos, not sure how long it is yet, we'll see. This is just part one. You'll see me go through an entire painting, the thought process, my rambling that I go through as I'm thinking through a painting, and also as I am working through my own personal issues, because as I often say, art is therapy for me. So when I'm painting, I can't help but, have to deal with things that come up as they come up. And you get to see a little bit of that in this series. A few realizations happen on camera. A little bit of silliness happens. And, just all in all, I'm not finished with it yet, so we'll see what happens. I don't even know how this is going to end. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can watch the series in succession. That'd be great. And if you're new to this channel, you can go back to the introduction. There's not too many videos to catch up. And you get to see my really crappy editing skills get better as I progress, as well as my paintings hopefully get better as I progress. So thank you very much for joining me, and have fun with this new series. So here we go, a blank canvas and a little strip of paper on the side is like a place to test my brush before I put it on the paper to make sure I'm got the consistency I want. I'm working with gouache. I decided I had a lot of fun making a video that didn't quite make the cut. But yeah, so I want to try again. And this is my try again. Gonna get better at this every single time, right? Just a little bit. Even if it's just a tiny bit. So I have a fan going in the background because I'm trying to dry something out quickly. So this empty canvas and empty little strip of paper, I am going to get dirty soon. So what I did was I folded a piece of 11 by 15 Strathmore cold press watercolor paper from a pad that I bought at Staples, because that's where my budget is. I'd love some arches. I'd love to work on something that beautiful. Here's the blank canvas, and I'm in the process of thinking about what it is I would like to put on it. I folded it like a card because I thought maybe it'll become a card. Who knows? Maybe it'll be vertical instead of horizontal. But I like working horizontal. It's how I see the landscape most of the time. When I work on architecture, I kind of like to go vertical. That's fun. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for this part of the video. We'll see what happens with this piece of paper. Oh, I love to do the Kermit the Frog, but it never quite works out. So there they are, and here I sit, right? This is a lot of the process. I sit and look. So, there it is. I think I'm going to go to bed. Well, we'll see what happens. So I decided not to go to bed, and I've done this pink and blue wash, and we'll see what happens as it dries. It's kind of interesting looking. I'm gonna let it dictate what happens next. So, be back when it's dry. So it's early morning-ish, probably around 7 o'clock, or even a little later. The light is really dim this morning because it's overcast and misty. But here this morning, I'm looking at this and I'm starting to see possibilities, right? This is why it's nice to walk away, go to sleep, whatever. I like to look at things fresh in the morning. Yeah, and I sound like I just woke up too. So there you go. Along this water line that I've left, where I just left white below, my foreground. I'm excited to try to see, to this part of allowing my imagination to kind of take over now. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking either it's a cool winter morning, but then on the other half of it, I'm like, it also reminds me of pre-dawn skies in Cape Cod. So, right? I'm having fun. I love the pre-dawn colors. They're magical to me. It's a time of day that not many people are willing to be a part of. So it kind of makes it feel like it's all mine. Like it's all mine and nobody else's. So that's really an exciting feeling. And this light is really saying that to me today, isn't it? It's very pre-dawn in color. So I might keep that. Allow that idea to kind of simmer with me. And I am seeing marsh grasses along here. So we'll see. I love grasses. I love making grass. It's a lot of fun. Painting grass is very relaxing too, I might add. It's just a lovely repetitive motion. And as long as you don't go crazy with it, it really has a lovely effect. And maybe that's what I'll be doing. Little combination of seagrass, different kinds of seagrasses. We'll see. I'm going to go through some photographs I took of the Cape years ago. When I used to go, I always would go out pre-dawn by myself and photograph. So I'll go take a look at those and see what they say to me. See if that jogs. Because sometimes you have, like, I have this. Alright, so I have a photographic memory for scenes in my mind's eye. And yeah, sometimes it's a little romanticized, but for the most part they're pretty right on point. It's pretty right on point. And so when I look at this, it does remind me of something I've done before or seen before. So I will go back through my archives and see if I can find that scene. And a lot of times it's funny because I remember things backwards. So I remember it flipped. So what I'll actually be looking for is the reverse of this undulation. Because I have a feeling that's what it is that I'm remembering. Yeah. So, that's this point for this guy. And then this guy, this little lovely. Let's see if I can keep the light good. So, was looking at this one too. I kind of really don't want to touch it. But we'll see. It hasn't... This kind of looks like a structure to me. But as I went to kind of draw a pencil line and I stopped myself, I kind of hovered above the paper as I drew it, or as I was like drawing it in a fake way, because I don't want to put anything down on here yet. I don't know how else to say it. I just make the motions like I'm drawing, so that my mind's eye can picture a structure there. And so as I was doing it, I was kind of feeling like it's too big. How do I shorten it without it looking awkward and without having a photograph or some sort of something to look at to help me with perspective? I haven't done enough structures for me to be able to go in and just make a structure yet. I expect that in time I will be able to do that as I paint every day and work at this every day. This is, after all, me learning, and you guys are getting to come along for the ride. Haha. So yeah, these guys haven't decided what they're all about yet. So why this is so important is because my mind can go 80 miles an hour, and in that process just lose. I become immobile when that happens. Just immobile. My body can't move when my brain is going that fast. It's just not possible. I freeze. So in order to slow my brain down so that I can move forward with the things I need to take care of a little at a time, this is how I do it. So it's good that I'm going to be in such a nice small space, because whenever that anxiety builds, I'll be able to paint whenever I start feeling that, so it can relax me and keep me moving forward in the way that I need to stay moving forward. I think I'm going to find a really great balance for myself in this new lifestyle. That's really healthy for me. I wouldn't say it's for everybody. I know plenty of people who would not do well in a van lifestyle, but I do think I'm one of the people that it suits. So that being said, I've never lived the life before, but I've been adventurous in my choices for living in the past, and so I think this is definitely something that I will garner a lot of personal information from. Ha ha ha. Life is a learning experience. Live it. Alright, I think I babbled on enough. And this has now become way more of a video than it should have become. So I'll probably be cutting most of this out. Bye.